Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I am super thrilled yet again to be chatting with you all today. And I'm like over the moon, over the moon, And I said this in the last episode, probably the episode before this, probably the episode 2 years ago, that I am super thrilled about each and every one of our guests. And today we just had just a tad bit of a conversation backstage, and I had to stop it because it was already getting good. So I just want to introduce to you all Patsy Sanders. Patsy, how are you doing today?
I am fabulous. I am fabulous. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Patsy, tell us where in the world you are.
I live in Northern California and a couple hours above Sacramento. Yeah, it's pouring down rain here today. I've dressed a little more wintry because, it's cold. There's 4 mountains with snow and it's cold.
Oh my goodness. And, well, you look fantabulous. I love the hat, the crocheted hat with the denim jacket. I love that.
Thank
And the colors, and you do look warm and cozy.
you.
So, have you always lived in California? Are you from there?
I am born and raised in this area. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, awesome. I love it. So, I want to ask you, how are you loving on the world around you?
You know what? I think how I love the world is doing what God's called me to do in the world. And it's to be a wife. My husband and I've been married. We'll be celebrating 55 years, and we have two kids, and they're married, and we have 5 grandsons. And and then I've always done hair ever since I was a little kid. I did my doll's hair, my mom's hair, so I've done hair for 50 plus years. And I've owned 4 salons and a makeover studio, and I was on an international hair design team. Like I've always known what I wanted to do ever since I was a kid. And I never get tired of making people look wonderful. And then about 8 or 9 years ago, I experienced color typing in my essence, and it changed how I showed up and how people worked with me. Like I
Mm.
didn't know that color matters. And so I was color typed as a winter. Did you ever do the seasonal thing, Karina? Air,
I did. I
yeah.
did. But I don't know mine.
Well, I was supposed to be a winter where you wear black and jewel tones, and that was the
Mm.
seasonal color typing where they matched your hair, skin, and eye color. And so I did that, and I had a pretty big salon then. And so then I started doing it for my clients off and on for 10 years, and then I stopped doing it. Then my husband worked in a mill, and they sold the mill, and he had to retire. So we moved closer to be by our daughter when she had her first son, and I was about an hour above San Francisco, and I love going to the city. But my challenge was I weighed 250 pounds. I was miserable. I dieted off and on in my life. I had no idea what to do. And I thought, listen, God, am I just going to be a fat grandma? I'm just going to accept it. That's how it is. And then I met somebody who introduced me to a 12-step program for food. And
Mm.
I lost 80 pounds in 7 months. I went from
Wow.
a size 2022 to a 6'8". Now I'm about an 8'10", 15 years later, but I stay in the program and I'm still that size. So I kind of started my own inside outside transformation there, doing the steps, getting rid of all the resentments and crap I was dragging around, not really knowing that I was learning how to deal with emotions without eating over it, stuff like that. And I realized that, my parents were alcoholics, and I used food like they used alcohol. I had no
Mm.
idea. I was oblivious to that. But that changed who I was being in the world. And so I met somebody in this 12-step program that was a speaker trainer. And her and her husband started coming to me when I got a job and started doing their hair. She goes, yeah, she goes, I'm having my image stylist come to my training, and she does, it's head to toe, your hairstyle. Everybody has a shape. Everybody has an element, air, fire, water, earth, and everything's in alignment from the inside out, head to toe. I said, well, sure, I'd love to. So I show up in my black. I have purple highlights in my hair. I color type everybody, and she say, Patsy, give him a bag. Patsy, give him layers. Patsy, give him an A-line. So I could do all that stuff. She thought that was great. And my girlfriend said, hey, Patsy, Barb will color type you in the elements if you want. I said, no, I look fine. I know how to dress and look nice. She goes, Patsy, you've been complaining things aren't going so well in your business. Wonder if what you're wearing is stopping people from working with you. Well, I knew I
Mm.
had to be open to possibilities and be vulnerable. I keep struggling. I said, fine. I don't want to be a fire. Well, I ended up being a fire. This is one of the fire colors, which is kind of a brown wine color. And I was not happy. I was pretty unhappy about it. And she goes, Patsy, let me explain this. Each one of the elements have character traits, and fires and movers and shakers, they get stuff done. Well, when she said that, I knew that was me. She goes, let's do this. Let's go shopping in a consignment store. You buy a few tops. And if people don't treat you differently, you don't have to do this. I said,
Mm.
fine, I'll do it. So every time I wear one of those tops to work, my clients go, wow, Patsy, you look pretty today. Wow, Patsy, you look nice today. And then the owner of the salon came in to talk to me. She goes, Patsy, what are you doing lately? You differently. You look amazing. I said, I changed my tops. She goes, well, whatever it is, it's great. I still had purple highlights on my hair, but what I realized is that people were easily connecting with me. They were seeing me, not my purple hot hair or my beautiful outfit. They connected with me. And I thought, I need to do this for my clients. And I'm in a new town, and there's, a salon in every corner. Starting over was one of the hardest things I ever did. I had clients for 30 some years, and so starting over was tough. And I'll be darned if I started getting trained with her. She got very ill. I managed her business for 2 years. I helped, the other stylists. I hand make all the fabric fans. I, send stuff out for her. And I started building my business. And when I started wearing the colors she recommended, people I was networking with that didn't want really work with me before now wanted to work with me. I doubled my business in 2 years. So
Mm.
I say, when you say yes to God, you really are saying yes to possibilities. So
Mm-hmm.
then over 6 years ago, she sold me the business. I updated
Wow.
it. I created these beautiful guidebooks. I designed these little half fans that we use when we go shopping and we do our closet, like all these little tools that help us know what to buy, what to wear, how to be our authentic, beautiful self, inside out, head to toe. And
Mm.
it changed everything in my life. And when I started doing that and I got trained, I became my friend's stylist with her speaking business. And we still work together today. So God had me put together a training program for other stylists. And one of the first people I trained, she was a beautiful African American woman. And she said, well, your flesh tones don't match my people. I said, well, let's change that. So together we put together some strips that, do ethnic skin tones, like amazing things happen. Right. And
Mm-hmm.
then I manifested a makeover studio. And what do you know? I could do their hair. I could do their colors. People started giving me their clothing. I had beautiful, gently clothing that I could sell to the right people. I could give them accessories. Like in my little studio, I could do it all. Like the transformation,
Wow.
I see that beauty in each of you. Like I see your potential. Well, then COVID closed me down. And I said, very
Mm-hmm.
funny, God, now what? Because I was used to working with people in person.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I got this download when we're on the Hollywood squares of networking, from COVID,
Mm-hmm.
that people really didn't know how to dress. They didn't know what to wear. They didn't know what to wear to look attractive. So people couldn't wait to see what they had to say. So then I just felt like God said, well, why don't you try it virtually? Now everybody has great lighting, you know? So I
Mm-hmm.
put together a style kit with, different kind of fabrics and, makeup samples. And I tested it out. One lady in Oregon, one lady in Texas wanted to do it. Then I had a girlfriend that's a coach, and I love working with other coaches. And she had a bunch of friends that wanted it done. So they all met in her office. They all wore white tops. And then one by one, she would hold up the drapes and put the makeup on them. And every single person I could color type. Then I worked individually with people virtually. I helped them do their closet. We made a shopping list. I taught them how to shop online. Like I could do everything virtually.
Wow.
Possibilities. Like, Oman, when I read about your coaching thing, go be great. That's what God will do if you're saying yes to possibilities.
Exactly. 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 100%. I love that. And I love how, of course, so many people had to make that transition from in person to online. But I love how now you're able to really impact so many different people, not just, in California, not
Yes.
just in Sacramento, but literally worldwide.
I actually now
Mhm.
have clients in Canada,
Yeah,
Portugal, South America, the UK. Like, I'm an international image stylist. Like, who would have ever thought that was possible?
right. And I think that's really the key to leaning into what you're called to do and how you're called to do it, being, just looking at it as the possibilities are 100%, you know, limitless. You
Right.
can do anything, especially in this day and time with the way technology is set up. And so, Patsy, I would love for you to tell us how to get in touch with you and what it looks like, what's your website? And when we get there, what's going to happen when we,
Okay.
do we sign up for a consultation? What's going to happen?
Okay. Well, I find that I love working with people individually or in groups. I love doing live events where I come in and we do color time for everybody and go shopping. So there's lots of possibilities. But really, I love having a conversation with you and find out where are you at and where are you going in your business and what do we need to do to help you get to be your most beautiful, authentic self. So if you go to my website, embracingyouressence.com, embracingyouressence.com, you can see all about my, what I do and my testimonials, but there's a link that called Let's Connect. As soon as you sign up on that, you'll get a little form about tell me about you and what's going on in your business and do you like to shop and where do you shop and all that stuff. Then you can make an appointment to work with me and we'll do a session together and just see where you're at and where you want to go. And if you're ready, you have to be ready to say yes to you and take your business to the next level. Because when you look beautiful and attractive, people are attracted to you. And that's what helps build connection and helps you build that business with your right clients.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So give us that website one more time.
Embracingyouressence.com.
Yes, embracing your essence. Embracing your essence. Listen, y'all. It's time to embrace your essence. Embrace everything about you. Embrace all of you. Embrace every nanosecond of your day. Everything. Because that is what's going to allow you to see the impact that you deserve.
Well, you know
So,
what it is for women? It's this.
mhm,
We don't feel confident. The world's
yeah,
constantly telling us we're not thin enough, we're not pretty enough, we don't do enough. Like, what a bunch of bunk. And
yeah.
and women feel overwhelmed because of COVID. Most women gain weight, so there's your self-esteem going down in the tanks, and so, like, I made up this saying is fashion's a look. It's not a size. It's not
Mhm.
an age. I'm 73. You would never know it. It's not a name brand.
Let's not let's not
And it's
let's
not a price
not
tag.
let's not speed past that. Did y'all hear what she just said? She said she's 73.
Yeah,
Where?
yeah.
Where? Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning.
And I feel everybody could be that. Everybody is beautiful if they know how to put themselves together and they know the tips and tricks of the trade and know what to wear, where to shop, and have a wardrobe that you feel like a rock star when you walk into your closet. You know exactly what you're going to wear, why you'd wear it, and where you're going to, right? And I I think we're confused. We're bombarded by fashion.
Mm,
Really, when you get dressed, you should feel like approachable, confident, beautiful as your authentic self. And know that when you get dressed, you're putting that together and putting forward your best self. That's what draws people to you. You know as well as I do that it's that know, like, and trust factor.
mhm,
So really your appearance is a bridge to connection. Right?
mm,
So
mm,
we wanna connect with our right people, with the right, people we wanna be with. Like, even us meeting, I knew I needed to be on your podcast, didn't know much about you, but I loved what you said, "Go be great." And I
mhm,
think so many things, especially with women, hold us back in our mind that aren't even true, right? You have to bust through that and go be who you're supposed to be. That love and that passion you have for the world, whatever work God's called you to do, that's what you should be focusing on. And I have to ask God's help every day. I can't do this by myself. Like, really?
Yeah.
At my age, did I think I was going to be doing this? Never in years. But it's all I want to do. It's all I want to do is I want to empower women. I even started a nonprofit. It's called Elevating Women in Transition that are in recovery houses or in different programs or, going back into the workforce. And I donate my time to give them total makeovers, a new hairstyle. I color type them. I take them shopping. We actually have a wardrobe closet that people give me beautiful things, and whatever fits, they can have it. Then I take them shopping and I teach them how to use their color palette, how, what to wear and how you decide which one's the best colors and stuff. And once you're empowered to know who you really are from the inside out, you can rock the world. Like there's nothing stopping women today except for a lack of confidence.
Yeah, and Patsy, we're not going to let you slide by that either. You talked about a nonprofit that you started.
Yeah.
I want you to give us the information to that as well, because listen, every resource that we can use out here, we want to blast it out. We want to get this information out. And I feel like what you're doing is absolutely wonderful. It's absolutely needed. And so tell us how to get in touch with you through the nonprofit as well, because there may be some folks who are going through these transitions, or you may know some people who are going through some transitions that could use these services.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's called elevatingwomenintransition.com. That's the name of it. That's what we do. And you have to actually be referred by somebody that can vouch that you are ready to take it to the next
Mhm.
level. Because in these programs, they have to get to a certain place in their program and their growth
Mhm.
when they're ready to be seen and heard. So, it isn't women that just came off the street. That's not who I
Mhm.
work with. I work with women. I work with the rescue mission. There's a whole
Okay.
group that I work with. And when they get to phase 3, one of the benefits is I get to work with them and take them shopping, do their colors and do their hair and all that stuff. And so they look forward to that, knowing that they have to look good and be confident to go apply for a job. Right. So
Mm.
it's a kind of organization that, somebody has to say she's ready.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
even
Mhm.
in this, even when I work with you or somebody else, yes, I'm ready. I want to take it to the next level. If you
Mhm.
want to stand down above your competitors and make 20% more than everybody else, this is one of the secrets is getting
Mhm.
your colors done and knowing who you are and how to
Yeah.
present yourself in such a beautiful way that you feel confident, right? Especially I know you work a lot with introverts. As an
Mhm.
introvert, especially if you know
Yeah.
who you are and you've got this gift, but you don't feel confident, it'll change everything. It changes everything, how you feel about you and how you show up in the world. And I think every woman, every single woman deserves to feel and look beautiful. Doesn't matter what your economic status is or where you live. We all deserve that. And I'm out to make a difference in the world. So every woman I
Yes.
work with can turn me on to another woman, right? So yeah, it's a chain effect, right? Joy
I
is
love it.
contagious, enthusiasm is contagious, beauty is contagious.
Yes, 100%. Well, folks, this has been absolutely amazing. Go back and listen to this episode because Patsy has dropped some amazing gems and jewels, and I just want to highlight Patsy. I want to give her flowers. Patsy has already said, so it's okay that I say this. She's 73 years old. Look at this lady. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous, and just the personality that comes through is authentic and genuine. And so you know what you get when you connect with Patsy. So I encourage you to reach out to her to be able to get you out of where you are and where you want and desire to be. So, folks, I can't say it enough. Reach out to her. And so I will see you all on the flip side. Bye for now.